Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? Really like that. You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous, is it Monday? Tuesday morning here on the studio. They've been flying by. You get home on one of them road games at Auburn, nighttime. Get home at 5 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Everything gets rerouted on you. But here we are, Tuesday morning. Got a great film study for you. Already looked at one side of the football in this Auburn-Georgia football game. Looked at Georgia's offense versus a really, really stout, probably one of the better defenses in the conference on that Auburn side of the football. We're going to flip it over on its head today. Watch this Auburn offense versus this Georgia defense. Obviously, first 26 plays, they're walking it pretty daggum good. The rest of the football game, Georgia's defense made some adjustments. We're going to try to show you what those adjustments are today without getting too deep and buried in the weeds. The reality is, and we said this last night on the live show, it's not coach speak. They did fit things better. They just saw looks more and more times. They got better at it. They turned what was a 9-yard gain in the first half into a negative or a net neutral or a net inefficient football play in the second half. That's how you get up off the field, right? You see things, you get more comfortable playing them. We're also going to show you, honestly, if you're an Auburn fan watching this today, we're going to show you 5 or 6 plays down the stretch of this football game where you had it. You had a chance to go win this one, and you just didn't. You just didn't execute. And I hate saying that around here because, you know, that blames it on the players, not the coaches. But we're also going to show you those plays that you didn't execute. A lot of those didn't get executed because it was your 3rd, 4th, 5th time running that play in a football game. So, yeah, the front side inside linebacker fits it better, right? The defensive tackle sees counter pull a little bit better, right? So, like, things like that happen the more and more we become repetitive as the game moves on. Excited to do this with you guys today. Got a couple of rules. If you learned anything about the game of football, you must subscribe. If you learned anything about your favorite football team today, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Jonathan, you think that'd be muscle memory for me at this point? I mean, it's like just breathing. I mean, I've done so many of these at this point this year. I mean, how many film studies you think we do? We do 5 a week, and we've been doing them since week 0. So we've been doing them since July, I feel like. We've been rolling out 3 or 4 quarterback film studies a week since July. Hey, if you like what we're about to lay down in the next 40 minutes, however long it takes, 45 minutes to an hour, you will love our live shows. Monday through Thursday, live 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. And, of course, we have Sundays live shows at noon. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. First play of the game right here. Take a good mental note. They're going to see it a little bit later, all right? And it's going to hit a whole hell of a lot tighter, all right, for Georgia's defense. Right here, first play of the game. We give up a 14-yard gash, in my opinion, because we did not turn this play back in. All right, I want y'all to watch number 5. Take a good mental picture of how this looks. We'll see it a little bit later when CJ has a very similar snap, okay? At this point right now, we are out-leveraged. There's just no doubt about it. We're out-leveraged, and we got a problem out on the space, or out in space, okay? Also happen to be throwing a little run stunt right here, Jonathan. We saw this the other day. We're going to let Quintavious play the run key or the give key, right? And then we're going to wrap the quarterback player, okay, into the B gap right there. So we have quarterback run fit really, really well. The only problem is, as a defense, we do not have Jet able to turn back in right now. That's a primary issue. Boom, we get hit with 14 yards to start the football game. Okay? We're going to watch some individual efforts today, as we normally do on this channel. Love what Zero does right here. Let me show you from the tight. I think Zero blows this play up all by himself. Okay, he right here is going to squeeze and take care of the puller. He's going to knock the puller off of his track, and then the wrapper is going to come, and he's going to take care of him too. Watch this. Boom. There's the squeezer, or the kicker. I'm going to hit him in the mouth. Here comes the wrapper. I'm going to let him try to finish the rep right here on me. I'm going to spin off on him and then make the tackle on the back. That's about as good of a rep as we can possibly take right there to start the football game by Gabe Harris. Good shit, Zero. And this is the fourth down play that ultimately at the end of the game, they can't get completed. All right, he gets out into space completely unevaded. There's no Georgia defender ready to tackle him within, 15 yards? Mm-hmm. I mean, you're blocked, you're 15 yards from the ball carrier, okay? That's going to be an explosive or a big-time hitter every time we have that much grass left on us. Now, here's the only difference when they come back. I want y'all to notice, when they come back to this play a little bit later, they attach a tight end, and Gabe Harris takes that tight end and puts him in the lap of the other tight end that's trying to get out into that arrow route, okay? So I don't think we just ran the same plays. I think we gave some slightly different looks in the second half that weren't necessarily advantageous to our offense, okay? Boom. Quintavious squeezes that again, okay? Raylan doesn't rub the tight end. Tight end catches the football out in the flat, picks up a first down. I thought they did a really, really good job early in this football game bracketing him when they had an opportunity to, right? He's going to play over the top. He's going to play inside. We're going to bracket Cam Coleman. There's no bracket answer for a comeback, however. All right, we're just going to have to drive down out of our pedal and get really, really good at it, right? So they're going to play 9 over 10 right now to an extent, and I love that Kyron showed pre-snap, I'm going to open to the field, and then post-snap, what do? We open where we should be, which is over Cam Coleman, okay? So just giving the quarterback one more thing to think about and confirm post-snap. I want y'all to watch this rep here from Dalen. I think this will be on the cut-ups when he's a top 45 pick. Driving out of that break, getting our hand in that ball. This transition, don't worry about Cam falling down. I want y'all to look at the transition right here when we see in our cover 3 bail, right? In our zone drop right here, as we see him driving down on a comeback. I want y'all to see this speed turn out of this break. No wasted movement at all. Hips open up. We drive back down hard on that ball carrier, or that target rather, and we get that ball dislodged on the sideline. Great rep right there by 6. He's playing really, really good football, guys. Just gave him no room left to work. Zebra doing a good job getting in there, seeing what's going on. All right. Now, we do not complain. We do not complain, Jonathan, about referees, do we? Nope. All right, so we're going to talk about a play here in a couple snaps. We do not complain about refereeing. Okay, we don't. Now, it's 3rd and 9 right here. This is the only third down in the first half that was not like a 3rd and 2 for them. All right, so you earn the right to get in 3rd and 9. Now let's earn the right to get up off the field. Okay, they're going to run Perry Thompson on a little shallow cross right here. I want y'all to watch this football player. If I remember correctly, they rotate into cover 3 or 1 high. He's playing in the box, okay? He's playing a deep half. He might be supposed to have deep half, but he's got no threat. He's got nothing but underneath working against him. So I think that's why he's working into the middle of the field, Jonathan. But I want y'all to watch DeMello. It doesn't really matter what these guys are doing. He's the hook curl player here that I think is a little slow to recognize what's going away. What's happening right now, Jonathan? We got 2 going away. When 2 go away, what are the likelihood that something's coming back? Pretty high, right? If 2 go away for me, something's coming back. And look, DeMello knows that. He's looking in right now, seeing, okay, my guy's going away. But what we don't need to do right now is pedal backwards. If anything, we need to sink up underneath this comeback, or we need to get our eyes right for what is inevitably coming back towards us. Do we all see that? We take 2 steps back right there when we probably should be making this whole window a little bit tighter. But now we're going to compound problems here in a second because we're not going to make a tackle. So let's watch this, okay? I think if we're better, more decisive, realize, oh shit, 2 went away, let me sink down because 1 might be coming back, okay? Rarely ever do 2 go away, or does number 2 go away and then get all the way past the line of scrimmage and then zip back out towards you. It's just not going to happen, okay? Now, he might run like a whip return, but he's not going to run all the way into the tackle box and then work his way back out. Once he goes away, something's coming back. There it is right there. Bang. Make a tackle. Ooh, damn, Jonell. As a person, we're going to talk about a couple of these today. As a person who's gotten away with, my entire career was this, by the way. I was getting away with so many of these types of holds. Oh, you want to reach for the ball? Oh, you're dead. I'm going to take my hands inside your pecs and I'm just going to snatch, pull, twist, whatever. But if I get them in the chest play, it's game over. All right? Especially as an undersized football player. Like this right here. I do not sit here, and I am not going to sit here and bitch on this channel, the guy that y'all come for football analysis, and be like, oh, that's a hold, that's bullcrap. Not me. No. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to teach 33 how to draw a hold. Why don't we? All right, let's coach ball instead of complaining about the zebras. Let's coach some ball. All right, hey, this is a hold. It's going to be a hold. Why is it a hold? Well, his arms are outside of his framework. Don't know if y'all can see that, but we got arms up underneath the pits, not inside the pecs, okay? I had a rhyming word right there. I wish I could have said. But anyways, all right, so our hands are outside the framework right now, and we're going to get away with a little bit of a hold, in my opinion, right there on that left shoulder. Now, what can we do as a defensive end to make sure that back judge sees that we're getting held right now?
Throw your hands up.
Throw your damn hands up, son. But in order to do so, I got to have an outside arm free, which I should anyways because I'm supposed to be setting the edge, right? I'm supposed to be turning this thing back in. So there's a couple things wrong right here. But if we do one of these once the ball carrier gets by us, right, and throw our hand up and take a dive like Chaz Chambliss used to do, we are going to get that hold call. That guy is looking at the point of the attack for exactly that. Okay, he has been taught, he's been taught to look for color grab, bodies torted and distorted. You need to make that look like it happened right about now, okay? I'm not going to sit here and say, well, why aren't we getting a hold call? Well, we didn't earn a hold call, in my opinion, right? We didn't do enough to get that call. Another first down. I think it's a short, second and short, but nonetheless. Now, this hits you on quarterback power or quarterback counter pretty good, but I think you're so out leveraged on the jet right here. Look at this from the tight. We talked about it, the South Alabama film. Do you remember, Jonathan, with this jet sweep? Talking about how South Alabama did not do a good enough job triggering and responding to jet motion. If they're throwing jet motion at you, they might be giving him the ball, and he is in motion. He is in sprint, okay? He's in jet motion. They catch that ball and give him the rock. He's got an advantage on you. So we need to respond. We need to respond heavy to this jet motion. I think we're out leveraged on it. I think if that wanted to, that thing's hitting us, increasing us, okay? They getting up to the front side inside linebacker. Raylan does a good enough job closing back in right now and responding to the quarterback counter. The quarterback counter just smacked us for 8 yards as well. Same thing here for a 99. Guys, when we see the ball carrier, we have got to get an outside arm out. We're never, ever, ever going to draw a hold or anything. We're not going to make a tackle either. That's the most important thing. To hell with drawing the hold, right? That's just trying to hope the referee makes us win. We got to win right now. Get your outside arm free. Peek or strike, peek, and shed. Right, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Strike. Where's the peek? Where's your peek, son? Where are you peeking? Never. You never do until the ball carrier runs by you. Okay? We got strike, peek, and shed. Same thing for you, 94. I don't think we're impactful enough right there either. Later on in the game, Jonathan, they pull guard. 52 sees pull guard. He pursues the guard and smacks the damn tackle in the face on counter. I thought the main difference in this game, at least to start, like we can sit here and we can talk about run fits and all that stuff. I thought 77 came out with a damn purpose. All right, and he lost some of this as the game progressed because how could you not? But, I mean, individual excellence like that on the offensive line creates all the gaps you need. I think they're running counter again right here. But on counter, we always say the counter is only as good as the first down block double team, right? The first down block double team. If we can't move this guy, counter doesn't matter. This is a great rep right here from 77. I mean, he just torques that guy. Again, as someone who got away with that my entire career, big torque guy, I would never, ever, ever want that call to hold. All right, never. You love Chris Jones?
No, I said a lot of Chris Jones.
Oh, yeah. No, he played a lot of snaps, and this was something that they were concerned about for him. Early downs, hey, we got a 320-pound guard pulling. Can you go squeeze that and dent that is what we call that. You go dent counter. I mean, that was a big question for him, and I think that's answered right there. I think we dented that counter pretty damn well right there as a 240-pound former inside linebacker. Wham! Good job, 28. We called that PSD, Jonathan. You know what PSD stands for? Pecker, Stomper, Drill. Because when you come down there and you dent that counter, where's his foot at? Right down the midline of that guy's body, not inside. It's right down the pecker. Pecker, Stomper, Drill. We'll stomp on that pecker. We'll stomp on that pecker and throw a shoulder into him, Jonathan. That's how we stay strong. That's how we stay firm. PSD. Great job right there, 28. Oh, this was the clip. Now, I know this is a run stunt. Okay, they're going to stunt 99 and wrap 52. But I sure wish it was just because you saw the guard pull. Man, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Man, and I think we're still a really, really great football player for this lone reason, okay? When we get over into our gap on our stunt, watch how quickly we realize there's a counter, right? Watch how quickly we realize the tackle's there too. Boom, eyes are going to snap on the tackle, and now we're going to stick this dude at the line of scrimmage. Come on, get you some. This is unguardable. If this guy's going to do this, I don't know how you guard it, right? He sold run on that for what, four steps, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. I mean, he is grinding so hard to work through Dalen's chest that, yeah, you're going to get called for a hold right there, man. You think it's a run play until he's about to go score a touchdown. Georgia coaches were complaining that dude pushed off on every route. And he does, especially against bump and run. Against bump and run, his first thing he does is puts hands on corners and just pushes them off, which is legal within that 5-yard radius, right, in college football. So can't be complaining about it too much. I thought this right here is a little bit of a dichotomy of what's going on at linebacker, okay? Watch how quickly 3 realizes they got counter going back that way. I mean, he overruns 5, does he not? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is a byproduct of what we got going on right now at the linebacker position, in my opinion. Raylan is playing up and down football. The highs are as good as anybody on the field right now, and then there's plays like this. It's very Channing Tindley. You know what I mean? Channing was like this. This is a very similar play in terms of read keys, right? We got pulling guards, down blocks in your face. It's a very similar play to the shovel pass that Nakobe Dean chewed Channing Tindall's ass off of. I mean, it's the same reads. We got cross-facing, right? And when that type of stuff happens, we have to read and key it correctly. I don't think Raylan does a good enough job. I mean, guys, his eyes are on the tights right here. Look, right before the snap, he looks at the H-backs. Those are where his eyes are. I mean, it's crazy. Another rep of 77 coming to take souls today. Now, hey, Joshua Horton, you get a get-back play in the fourth quarter, and that's awesome. But this hurts. This hurts bad. He's just going to lay on you. You know what I mean? But that's all it takes sometimes in these run schemes, right? They got split zone working on this D tackle, right? And they're going to kick out Gabe Harris. We're going to double team here. We're going to split zone action number 8, and the crease is going to be right off the tackle's butt as an offense. We talked about it last week, Jonathan. How are you going to respond to their attached 12 personnel RPO offense, right? When they're in this system or when they're in this formation, they're doing one thing. They are running the ball and they are running convert RPOs on the back. If we get on top of the corner, we're running a go. If we don't, we're running a comeback. We got a run action here, probably a standard inside zone, split zone, whatever. All right, and then we got the RPO action on the way back. So we talked about it this week of saying, hey, this is number 8. I'd put, DeMello or Ellis on him, and then I'd take KJ Bolden, and we would bracket those guys, right? That's what we talked about all week last week, Jonathan. They said, to hell with that. You two, get your ass in the box, play the run. You two, go make your money. You're great football players. We recruited you as such. We coach you as such. Go play that way. Now, I think they get caught with a PI right here or give up a comeback, one or the other. Oh, no, it's DeMello on a PI. All right, got panicked a little bit with the ball in the air. But here's my thing about this, okay? They never wavered away from this game plan. The game plan going in, the thought process was we can cover them if they play that. And they never moved out of it. They stopped the run, forced the ball to be pulled, and played one-on-one ball out on the outside. Never wavered away from this type of game plan during the football game. My notes say great recovery. Don't be too grabby, though. Oh, Chris Cole. Chris Cole, great recovery right here. They're trying to work tight end pop pass right across your face. By the way, get ready for this. Ole Miss is going to do it. Okay, Ole Miss is going to do this a lot. They be popping the tight end, don't they, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. All right, we got to get ready for this as a defense. I think it's a really good job of recovering right now, but don't do that. Don't do that right there. Just let your body fix you. All right, don't use the extra grab as a way to get away with this right here. Have our eyes be there a little bit quicker. Don't get into this, put in this situation where now we're putting it on the umpire whether or not he sees that. He might next time. Okay, I think are we inside the 5-yard radius right there? We're on the borderline. Okay, we definitely aren't by the time we touch him again with our left hand right there. You know what I mean? Right there as the ball's coming, I think we grab another hip. Let's try to cover this up like we do without touching him and grabbing him though. I just think the angle's poor. I think the angle is poor at frontside inside linebacker the entire first half. It's really, we have to respond. We have to trigger. You 5 have to play the quarterback run fit by yourself. It's that simple. Again, why is 3's angle better than the frontside inside linebacker? That can't happen. Do we all see that? 3 is taking a better angle and reading and seeing what's happening better and faster than the guy who is 4 yards to the front of him on the front side of the play. I need other backers to start matching 3's energy. All right? I need other backers to start matching this energy. Because, look, hey, this run fit in the quarterback run scheme ain't your job, Bubba. That is not, I don't believe it to be so. Quintavious Johnson is standing right there. We got a great player to help solve that. You are a pursuit player. I'm going to go ahead and show you this so you know I'm not losing my mind. It's a good, clean picture of what it's supposed to look like when we get triggered jet motion and we know, hey, jet's coming. Boom, trigger now, take a good flat angle, get out, make it bubble, right? That's what it's supposed to look like. Now, I think Hugh Freeze said they got a busted assignment right here. I don't see where it is. Maybe the running back's supposed to turn around on CJ. If so, we've done our job because now we've got a free force player out there and it's our best corner tackler in number 6. But this is what it's supposed to look like when we got jet running to us. Sorry, I just had to put that on there so we don't have to wait for you guys to have good mental pictures in like 25 minutes when we finally do get there. Okay? Hey, we'll take a quick minute to give a shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. What a great time to be here on this network this year, but also a great time to be with our friends over at Sleeper. Go over to Sleeper today, the #1 place for daily fantasy and prop plays. Sleeper Picks is a real money product that connects friends over picks. Choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more than or less than the predicted stats. It's that simple. On Sleeper, you can get up to 100x payouts, share with your friends, and get rewarded today. Use promo code Brooks, as you see on the screen, on Sleeper and get 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, that's sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Terms and conditions apply. Boys, as you know, we're about 28 minutes at the time of this ad read from the kickoff of NFL Sunday. So go ahead, run over to Sleeper right now. I'll give you permission to leave the stream actively. Go over to Sleeper, get a play in right quick, and get paid. We appreciate those folks over there at Sleeper. Again, that's promo code Brooks over there on Sleeper. Go to play 21. You know who's balling? Number 6. Number 6 is balling. Trying to get him with a little FIB right here. Trying to get him with FIB, running the running back down the seam. Going to have the tight end running down the sideline. Got the hook curl or the flat player down there in the bottom. This is flood into the boundary. All right, and when we get flood into the boundary, who's the quarterback's reading the corner, right? Does the corner bail on the wide or the running back running the seam, or does the quarter sit on that tight end running down the sideline? Dalen finds a way to do both. Dalen pushes vertically, helps deliver the running back to the safeties right there. Great job. And now we're going to see the ball being about to be thrown, and we're going to trigger down onto 87 and not play the man. We're going to play the ball, right? I love this. Most kids going to just go in there and stick their helmet in the chest of the wide receiver, tackle the guy out of bounds, clap their hands and go on to the next snap. No, we're going to play the ball. It's most important to impact the football when we play corner, right? Great rep right there by number 6. Also, I love that we made a great play. I love that we made a great play. Do not do this on their sideline. Do not. We just talked about this with Auburn yesterday, right? All their critical penalties happened where? On Georgia's sideline. If you're Auburn's football coaches, you need to be going irate right now that this guy's standing over the top of one of your players. And he does so for an extended period of time. We need to be convincing the zebra that is a personal foul. Okay? That is taunting. Agree or disagree, Jonathan? Yeah? I know, ticky-tacky, but we're in a ticky-tack football game. This thing's going to be won by a matter of plays at the end of this sucker. Why did my notes say we got to find a way to run faster and harder? Oh, I know why. All right, they got a run stunt out here. You're working out, you're working in, and Raylan's going to get put right into the lap of the running back. If he does, I think we got to hit this harder, tighter, faster. I think by the time we get wrapped around, right, by the time we get to this point, we're already knocked off the line of scrimmage. Do you see the displacement we currently have between Christopher Jones and myself? We got to get tight. And I still don't think we get tight enough down here and allow the tackle to still get a piece of us. And now we got a crease out there in B gap and beyond. I don't think we hit this fast enough. This thing's got to be hit aggressive and quick and downhill and now. We got to hit that twist and stunt so fast that we become a free player in B gap right now. A free player, not a player that's getting pushed into A gap. No. We need to be a free player right now when we get there. We watched that A&M defense a couple weeks ago, Jonathan. And what did you see Torian York do when he was in this situation? Free runner, green dog blitzer. What do? Do you remember? It was so noticeable. He would rush with his hand up, sprinting full speed, putting his hand up in the window of the quarterback. Now, why would you do that? Probably the passing lane, right? It is the passing lane. They're sneaking the tight end right here. Now, Justin, imagine if we put our hands up earlier and not right as the ball was going past our face. That's our only answer, by the way. All you Georgia fans watching this today, what do you want? You want pressure, don't you? I want to get the quarterback down. I want sacks. I want to get after the ball carrier. I want to get home. Well, guys, there are vulnerabilities, right? There are gives and takes, right? If we're adding and green dogging and telling these linebackers, do not let him sit back there. We got to get him down. We got to get him down. We got to protect our back end, right? All that good stuff. There's gives and takes. So when we add linebackers into the box, when we green dog them like this right here, well, yeah, man, like tight ends slip. That's just what happens. And here's the other thing about this, okay? At the University of Georgia, as long as I have covered them, I'm going to tell you what happens. When they plug these two guys, there is no way in God's green earth that they will ever roll one safety down and play one high as opposed to two. They're just not going to. They would rather 100% of the time, 9 times out of 7, they would rather you check the ball down right here and run for 15 yards after the catch until we tackle you, or as opposed to we put one safety down in the box, we roll one safety over the middle of the field, and we give up an explosive down here. That's just not what they're going to do. They never do. They're going to make you walk it, and this is a good example of it. Something's got to give. And when we add into the box, the middle of the field gives. The deep middle of the field's never going to give at Georgia, though. It really is a give and take, man. I think the reverse right here hits for a touchdown, by the way. Jonathan, what did I tell you about Damari Alston's ankle tape on Saturday night? We did on the way home, editing photos. I said
he's got orange tape on.
He's got orange tape on his cleats, don't he? I said the very first time that kid did something funny, the very first time that kid dropped a pass, the very first time that kid missed an assignment, I'd be like, it's cause you're an individual out here, son. You're an individual. Everybody else wearing white cleats, everybody else wearing white tape. You out here in some orange tape. I said that, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Now, I wouldn't be kicking the dude off the team. But yeah, I thought it was noticeable on Saturday. Oh, we have an individual out here. There's somebody who is different than everybody else. Give the reverse, dude. Give the reverse, dude. Oh. We must have missed a call in the huddle. Or thought this was too hairy, maybe. I don't know what we're doing right here, but the reverse is going to hit like crack. It's another hell yeah 3 rep. Where's number 3? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah 3. I want y'all to watch this rep from C.J. Allen. This is perfect. Okay, he's going to squeeze patiently, right? He's going to see some down blocks, see some counter pull, and now he's going to suck up, get close to the line of scrimmage, and make sure this play either has to bubble or does so with his outside arm free, right? We're going to close this crease while our linebackers flow over the top. Now, when you bubble, you're bubbling and pursuing outwards against the University of Georgia. That's what we want you to do. We've got tremendous team speed. That's how it's supposed to look. We want that linebacker and that in-man on the line of scrimmage, E-mole as we call him, we want that E-mole to force that thing to either be tightly squeezed into a crease or really, most ideally, bounce against us. You're not bouncing against SEC defenses, not after we force you to press the hole initially, okay? You might be able to get an edge play like a truck toss or something like that, but we are not going to press C-gap, bubble out way beyond, and think we're getting grass. It's just not going to happen in this conference. I think this is huge for one. Okay, we've been talking about all 3 weeks about getting KJ Bolden an unlock you play. I think this is an unlock you play for Ellis Robinson. Hey, buddy, you about to go play a one-on-one ball in the air, 50 yards downfield by yourself against Cam Coleman. Son, if you can do that, you can do just about anything in college football. Maybe Jeremiah Smith's a little bit different of an animal. All right, but if you can do this one, you can do just about anything, especially when the ball gets there. I love that we did not panic. We played through the hands like we're coached to do, man. Played through the hands, all right, and fought till the end of the snap and didn't panic and grab. It's a great rep right here from Ellis. I need you to continue to build up off of this one. Yes, sir. Play through the hands. Don't panic. Play through the hands. Great job. Another rep that says, hell yeah, number 3. Oh, this is the snap. This is a snap I tweeted. Cat pressure right here. Jonathan moves him off the spot. All right. They bring corner fire right here, and it moves him off his spot. But we already know what's about to happen, okay? Perry Thomas is going to run a shallow, realize his quarterback's booting out, and he is going to get into a scramble drill. And y'all watch the movement patterns of number 3 right here. This is nuts, okay? I think he picks this football off if it's not a terrible throw. I think he picks this football off if this ball's not thrown 3 yards behind Perry Thompson. Look at those change of direction skills, right? Not only that, like we identify where our threat is so quickly. We open up, okay, here comes the number 1 receiver working inwards. I'm going to make him cross my face. Does so, opens the hips, realizes scramble drill. Now we're going to close ground, all right? And I genuinely believe, Jonathan, we left our feet because we know we're a yard behind Perry, and that ball should be in front of him. That's why I think we left our feet. It's happening like that. Watch it from the tight. You can really see the change of direction, him open his hips. This is the combine drill, by the way. This is the wave drill. This is what they make them do, okay? Simulate pressure, get back into your drop. Oh, there it goes. Open our hips. Oh, now he's redirected. Open our hips again. Now go get on the near hip. Now chase and pursue the near hip and go make a play on the ball. That's about as good as it gets. FPE. Go touch your teammate after he makes a big play, man. Go love on him. Several plays later, another great rep from 3. I want y'all to see, hey, Jonathan, guess what looks a whole lot hairier already? Right? This tight end arrow looks a whole lot hairier already. This was hitting at +2, wasn't it? Now we've already bubbled back behind the line of scrimmage and created a slight problem and a little bit more difficult of a reception, and bang, there's C.J. Allen. Hell yeah. It's put into the equation. Look at this pursuit, man. Look at this pursuit from 3. Come on now. Bang! Get your head across. Atta boy. They're trying to pressure. Honest to God, I felt like at times in this game it was the wrong thing to do. You know what I mean? At times in this football game, I'd have just lined up and played defense. I think that's been my MO the last 2 weeks. It's like, dude, just rush 4. You don't need to do this. Now, I know we feel like we need to do this because everybody's telling us we got to get home. But we got to be disciplined and know that sacks are a crap stat. The most important thing is points per game. That's it. Nothing matters other than do we keep them out of the box. And giving up chunk plays like this, trying to get the guy down, is not conducive to us getting out of the box. Guys, it's 3rd and 6. It's not 3rd and 12. He's not going to be holding that ball long. He can get this thing out quickly, and he does so right now, and they convert sticks because of it. Remember Kirby said, hell, I thought we should have dropped 11, right? Some of these situations, they obviously were waiting for you to plug this and pop the tight. And again, you better figure this out before next week. Better figure this out before Saturday because they will tight end pop you to death. Just a physical ass route runner down here, man. He's going to put his hands on you. He's going to push you off. He's going to get away with a lot of it. That is 6'5", 220 pounds doing that. Okay, so corners are going to give up a yard of space. And the fact that we did only give up a yard of space, I think is pretty impressive. Now, the key is we got to tackle this SOB. We got to tackle this SOB at the 4-yard line gain right there. We can't allow this to be a first down. I know he's huge, but we got to tackle him. What's forcing us to trigger right here? We got counter, right, Jonathan? I see guard pull. Yep. I see tight end pull. Hell, I see jet motion. Hell, I see the front side moving. Why are we triggering into backside C gap? What is that? That's a young football player, in my opinion. Something lied to us. Something lied to us. We're not following our keys correctly. Okay, you know who is on the front side finally? Raylan. Raylan's going to play that jet very well and then turn back around, right, and get a hand in on the quarterback. Now, our scrape players disappeared, though, right? You're our force player. You're our scrape player. I don't think our scrape player ever shows up. He gets buried into the front side of the back side of the concepts. I'm sitting here contemplating whether I should do this, Jonathan. I'm going to do it. You're showing up to the ball right now. You're just getting there. You are not arriving. And this is a prime example of it. Hey, when we get to the rock, we better arrive. We better arrive with violence as a safety especially. I think we're just arriving at the ball carrier. I think we're arriving at the ball carrier and we're finishing on the tackle, and that's great. I need you to finish the tackle, not finish on the tackle. Do we all agree? Okay. Because here's the deal. They're not going to get forward. If you're listening to that, they're not going to give you an opportunity in the pass game. Ain't nobody going after you. Everybody's going to hunt 31. And they should. And they should. Everyone's going to hunt 20 like they do late in this football game. They ain't coming after you. So if we're waiting around for an interception to unlock us as a football player, it ain't going to happen. We better go stick our nose into somebody and get hyped because we did so. You know what you did? You did that to Phil Maffa last year. You did that to Phil Maffa in the first football game of the year, and I felt like moving forward after that, you were one of the most confident football players on the roster. I need that to happen again this year at some point. I think he's playing above average football. I think he should be a superstar. So those are my expectations for him. And I think those should be his expectations as well. I think they are, by the way, knowing his makeup, knowing how he's cut, knowing where he comes up from, all that good stuff. It's a damn rep from number 90 right here. It's a damn rep from the freshman. Okay? Damn rep. Yurt. That's how we peak and shed, right, Jonathan? We strike, we peak, we shed. People ask, what was the adjustment? Well, I'm pretty sure this is a 1st and 10, is it not? It is. You want to win on 3rd down, how do you do it? You win on 1st and 2nd. You want to win on 3rd down, how do you do it? You win on 1st and 2nd. I can't tell you. I can't express to you. I know you see it on film, but I can't express to you how damn big this Perry Thompson kid is. This kid is so massive, all right? It's really, really hard to tackle him. Really hard to tackle him. Look at him give the smoke to KJ and DeMelo right here. I think they're absorbing that blow. Woo, it's another rep right here from number 3. It's another damn rep. He's right here in the middle, helping Justin, telling Justin what's going on right now. They're stacked together, which means one of them, maybe both of them are coming. They are. Oh, my Lord. CJ just murdered someone. CJ just took the soul of the right guard. Holy smokes. You know why number 77 kind of faded off, Jonathan? He got hurt. They got a right guard in here, number 72. He's a new football player. He has not played, at least to start this football game. Wham! And just gets absolutely obliterated. I'm telling you, three's playing with purpose, man. He's playing with purpose. And guess what he just did? Drew a hold. Now, no offense. Bullshit holding call. Dude, he just took my soul. I didn't tackle him. He just ran through my body. I didn't think at any point there was a, if this normally happens, they tell you lose slow, grab an ankle, almost like a defender that's getting ran over by Herschel Walker. Just like grab one, just grab something. But, we probably can't give up the hold right there. The dead play after that. Great job running with your legs, though. Now, I think this is the draw that hits for a massive explosive. Yeah. All right, now, I want to talk about some things because our right guard, who was hurt back in the football game, right, number 77. Jonathan, you are my biased dog fan. Is this a hold? You tell me right now on number 77. Because I think they wanted a hold bad. Is that a hold?
I see it either way. I mean, I don't think it's egregious, to be honest.
Here's the deal.
I think it's more so the defensive lineman is lunging towards the quarterback.
Bang.
And it looks like a hold.
That's my biggest thing about this. If we're going off one foot, putting our arm out to grab a ball carrier, buddy, you're going to get finished on. There's just no doubt about it. Like, offensive linemen are taught the moment he starts to leave or starts to fall off to a ball carrier, accelerate the feet right now. Accelerate the feet because we got an opportunity to finish. And that's what 77 is doing. Look, he's going to get 3 in the ground as you start to lean. Okay, we're starting to lean right now. All right, our right foot's already up in the ground. Right foot, bang, left foot, bang. All right, we're going to get 2 in the ground real quickly and bury your ass. Now, here's my real problem. Make the tackle. We've seen it over the last 3 games why Kyron Jones is playing. There's no doubt about it. And it ain't because Ja'Cory Thomas got beat late in the football game. To me, this is why 31 plays. 31 ain't giving up missed tackles. Has he missed a tackle yet this year? I can't recall a single open field, oh my God, 31 just got put on the ground. Never. That's why he's playing. Man, it's a big-time stop right here because they're about to get the fumble. But Jesus, dude. I know the front side of the concept is there, but holy hell, dude. Maybe Hugh Freeze saw this and was like, not Auburn standard, get out of my building. Not Auburn standard, get out of my building. Oh, my Lord, dude. Holy smokes. Woof. Great job, Raylan. We're not going to sit here and argue about a fumble on all 22. Y'all have already made up your own mind or your own opinion on that. It ain't got nothing to do with Brooks Austin's opinion. All right, here we go. Guys, here's the deal. This is snap number 49, okay, for them. Snap number 49 in the football game. I think they take 70 total. So we took like 21 offensive snaps as an offense in the second half against Georgia. That ain't going to win. That ain't going to win. We already showed you CJ on the front side of this jet. Compared to how they fit that in the opening, that's about as good as it gets, right, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. That's how you're supposed to fit jet. Banana peel that thing out. Dalen gets called for a hold right here. Rightfully so. You tackle the dude. Rightfully so. First down, Auburn. By the way, no first down, Auburn. None of that out there. Did you notice that? Mm-hmm. Come on, man. That's like a college football staple. First down, Auburn. And then third down. We got to do those. I think that was like college football staples, man. Hey, guess what? Fit the jet again. Much, much better. All right. Now, I know it's a quarterback keep, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But I just want to talk to you about the adjustment here, right? We're fitting this jet much, much better, aren't we? Look at that. We got that jet shut down. And guess what else we got shut down? We got the quarterback run game shut down because Gabe Harris is doing his job, nobody else's. Gabe Harris is a surf football player. There's the adjustment, by the way, Jonathan. Do you see that? They were making him a force player instead of a surf player, right? A pursuit player instead of a surf player in the first half. He becomes a surf player, and now he's sitting, squatting, ready to kind of play both, and ultimately falls in on the quarterback right here. See, that first half, Jonathan, they were doing this, right? Now we're getting better angles. We're getting better pursuit. We flipped the safety over here. We're getting better angles on this jet sweep while playing the run game really with 4 tight in the box. Hey, progress, what?
I just noticed.
Right here? Or the next play?
The next play.
Yeah, he's in that box. This is the play I wrote down. Hey, progression from the quarterback. We only turned down one primary read. I think he's the best player on our football team right there with 6 yards of space. Going to click right off of him. You bet your ass. We're going to click right over to the tight end. But when we did this against Texas A&M, Jonathan, what did we do? We went 1, don't like it. 2, don't like it. 3, throw an incompletion 20 yards downfield. So we're growing. We're only turning down one primary option that's wide ass open. Bang, hit the tight end. Great job. Great job. Now, you turn down that in my offense, we're probably going to have a word or two, but at least you got back over here. It should just be football rule of thumb. I'm over here trying to swipe. It should be football rule of thumb. If Cam Coleman has 3 yards of space, he has to be thrown to. Don't care where it's at. Don't care if the 3 yards of space is 90 yards downfield, you give him a shot. It's a big time play right here on 3rd and 1, right? Because the 4th and 1, we know what happens here in just a second. Make the play. We talked about it yesterday. You cannot bitch, moan, complain about referees and drop balls on 4th and 1. There's just no way. You can't do that. You can't bitch, moan, and complain about wide receivers or referees and then throw a duck fart. We're going to show you on 3rd and 4 here in a second. You can't do this. You can't complain about referees and then miss a 65-yard explosive to Eric Singleton in a matter of 5 plays. You just can't. Not if you want to win football games. Not if you want to win football games. So here we go. 3rd and 1 right here. It's a massive play from Quintavious Johnson. Cutting across the face of a young tight end. This is Ryan Gee, I believe. Look up that roster for me, 84. I think this is the Gee kid from Milton. He's a true freshman. It's either that or number 87. Nonetheless, we're getting beat by a good football player right now. And by the way, everything about his body language says he's going to try to cross your face. Nothing about his body language here on short yardage says he's getting upfield. Everything about it says he's cutting across your face.
84 is Ryan Gee.
It is Ryan Gee, okay? We've got to get our head across. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I would coach this up in short yardage situations as for you to bite his play side knee. You know what I mean? We got to take our head and get it across that front side knee. Watch this left foot. This left foot's going to cross into our gap right there. Our head should be on it right now. All right? We can't be playing this high. I love this attitude right here from 77, to be honest with you. Short yardage. Get your butt down. Let's play with some aggression. Ow. 76. Oof. I thought this was a favorable spot as well. I don't know where his knee hits, but it looked to me like from the wide he got the first down. But this is what these games come down to, man. It's what these games come down to. And again, it gets made much, much, much hairier, okay? Much hairier. Look at the dent Look at the dip from Joseph Jonah and Jonier right here. Watch him make Preston Howard bubble back behind the line of scrimmage, and now we're getting rubbed a little bit and having to pirouette a little bit, turn around and catch this football. Catch the ball, though. Catch the ball. Didn't they have a very similar drop in the film study we prepared people for? I remember thinking and saying something along the lines of, I bet coach comes into the press conference or coach comes into the meeting on Sundays and says, we got to complete this ball. And meanwhile, I mean, what happens? We got guys in our face. It's what I really don't necessarily love about this system. All we say is we need a quarterback that can run my offense and complete RPOs. We need a quarterback that can run left and flick a ball over 2 defenders. We need a quarterback that can pull the ball out of the belly of the back and throw a slant despite the fact that the defensive end is about to hit him in the throat. We need a quarterback that can pull the ball out of the belly of the back and complete a 45-yard explosive down the field. Those don't sound easy. The more and more you talk about it, the more and more you think about it, I hear Auburn fans just say all the time, oh, Hugh just needs the right quarterback. I've heard Hugh say that. We just need the right quarterback. When are you going to get him? When are you going to get him? You ain't never had him. When are you going to get him? You know, that kind of thing. Maybe it's a you thing. Maybe it's not all the quarterbacks. Bo Wallace been preaching this since 2012? That this guy, you know what I mean? This guy, he makes it all seem like it's really, really easy, but these are not easy things to do repetitively, in my opinion. Hey, we showed you that rep from 81 a little bit earlier, getting cooked. How about a little get back rep? How about a little get back rep for 81? Hell yeah. If he wants to play overcommitted to you, if he wants to play over his toes, let's snatch him down on his face. Good shit right there, 81. Also, 52 back here being a dude. There's the strike, right? Get into his chest, set him back. Get that hard neck snap right there. All right, now we're peeking the back, and we're going to shed. That's as good as a damn rep as it gets, 52. That's going to play on Sundays. That's going to play on Sundays. Oh, massive third down, Jonathan. C.J. Allen's had the damn game of his life, hadn't he? Had the damn game of his life. I want y'all to watch this right here. I think this is beautiful. All right, we got a walked 5 look, or we're going to get one here in just a second, okay? We're going to walk 5 down on these guys. Wait, am I right? Yeah. All right, here goes the walk 5. All right, we see the walked 5? What do I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what's he doing, Jonathan? He's got his hand up. He's got his hand up. The left side of the offensive line, they're going to put their hands up. Everybody doing this. Everybody doing this. What does that mean?
Fan.
Fan or big 5, right? Fan or big 5. That's an obvious pantomiming sign for exactly that. In fan or big 5, what do we have? We have the big 5. We have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, and we have 5. Well, what's that mean for you, number 3? That means you got a free gap right now. I totally think he reads. I don't think he's supposed to be adding in on this. I think he sees what he's seeing, all right, and lets the camera know that he's seeing what he's seeing. Watch this. He's going to put his hand up with him. See that right there? That's him telling the camera. I know this because we know ball. We talk to a lot of coaches. We see this all the time. Defensive linemen sticking their hand up. Like, what are you doing? We're telling the camera and the film study that we know something's about to happen and we're going to react as if so. We're going to play free right now. We're going to play outside of our responsibilities. We're going to make a big play. I mean, you can't draw it up better than that. Because they didn't. Because they didn't draw it up. It's an ad-libbed play in my opinion. I just think in reality, man, if Georgia's defense, if you don't score like Alabama did, if you don't score enough when you're rolling, they're eventually going to stuff you out. Eventually, they're going to figure you out. They're just too good. There's too many good football players on the field, too many great defensive linemen, too many really, really good linebackers, too many sound principles in the back end with regards to pass coverage. You're just not going to continue to get after them, particularly on the ground, right? 44 is going to eventually stand in there and stuff shit out. Look at these 2 defensive tackles, guys. You're not moving those guys. Look at Krista Miller again. Strike, perfect. Peak, perfect. Shed, perfect. You're just not doing it. But it's the reality right here, okay? Y'all did not do enough. Y'all did not do enough to win the football game. It's 3rd and 4. You got a square in right here from Perry Thompson. He does a great job getting space. And we throw this sucker at his feet. Punt team, come on the field. Got the 4th and 1. You got this right here. I mean, come on, dude. Now, I know we got a good rush from the backside from Elo Mendoza, right, as a defense. He's on our feet right now. But bull crap, that ball's already out of our hand. We can't be making excuses. Again, you're just not going at this defensive line for 4 quarters. I just don't believe it. I don't believe you're going to be going at these dudes and winning for 4 quarters. Jordan Hall's playing too damn good, right? He's playing too damn good right now. 44 is playing above his pay grade, in my opinion. Just elite. But here's the reality. Again, man, y'all just did not do enough. To win the football game. You got it right here. This is ball game. We got a switch release. Eric Singleton one-on-one with the safety. Middle of the field's wide open. KJ Bolden's going to be working his side of the field. We got a naked one. Running right down the middle of the field. We're going to miss it by 2 feet. Now, why do we miss it by 2 feet? Well, because Quintavious Johnson is playing his ever-loving butt off. All right? Nobody plays harder in this box than number 33. He is going to pursue, and get home. All right? Oof. All that is effort, man. All that is running through the chest of number 72 and playing strong. And being a big MO effort. You know what I mean? Quintavious Johnson's 6'5", 255 pounds. He's a big kid. And it's tough. But got to make those plays, man. Like, if we want to win these football games, you have to make those plays. Zebras suck, though. Hey, hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Love you. Bye.